Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle commentary / narration. And you may be thinking, why is this guy talking really fast? Well, that is because I just gulped down a cup of coffee at 8:30 p.m. at the time I'm recording this, and you may be thinking, Zach, why are you doing this to your body? Now you're gonna stay up all night wondering why the stars don't align and give you superpowers. So, that's why I did a volt switch there on the Armaldo, and I'm predicting the earthquake, so I'm going to go into my Murkrow, and as you can see, I finally changed the backgrounds of the battle scene, and that's not a Murkrow, Zach, that's a Butterfree. What are you doing? Why are you even narrating this battle right now? It's 8:30, it's past their bedtime. So I go over to sleep powder, and as I was saying about that battle background, I finally figured out how to do the cheat code thingy and stick it in the emulator and the Shmoomy, and yeah, and now it's all pretty, and it's like XXYY, and then you put 04 and then DE, and then it's like, what the hell just happened? Now it looks like I'm taking a long romantic watch. Watch? No, I'm not stealing watches here. I'm taking a long romantic walk on the beach next to the swimming pool and the kiddie pool. And it's like, why did you bring a kiddie pool to the beach? And that's why my Quagsire is here, because he doesn't know what the hell he wants. That's why he's ground and water type. So he's like, do I want to stay on the sand or go inside the beach? I don't know, but he's like, I'll just be cute and kind of curse under my breath because I have no idea what I want. It's like, god damn it, I should have gone into the beach, like into the sand, but now I'm stuck here in the water, and now there's a shark here that's named Zaku, but even though that's from Gundam, it's a shark. It's not a shark, it's just a bad Gundam with one eye, even though it doesn't have one eye. So, I get the curse up, he goes for the Zen Headbutt, he gets the Flippity-Flapjack Flinch. That's a lot of F's, Flippity-Flapjack Flinch, and I'm not really going to mind it too much. He sets up a Hone Claws, unaware of my unaware ability, and unaware makes your Pokemon unaware of these stat changes by the opponents. So whatever they do, it's not going to matter. They're going to be a +0, +0, -0, whatever you want to say. And so there, I go for the recover, get some health back. I was predicting him to switch out, seeing as he can't really do anything, but he's just unaware of my unaware ability, so he is just going to keep on home clawing up, not realizing that unaware is preventing him to do so. Earthquake is going to be able to take the Zaku out, seeing as I'm +1 or +2, I don't remember, I can't count to 2. And it doesn't take it out because I have a bad memory and this coffee is jacking me up. He goes to another Zen Headbutt, probably gets a flinch. Even though it doesn't flinch, it flinches in my heart, and that's all that really matters. I finish it off with the waterfall sing, and I don't want him to switch into something that's immune to it. I get a crit, probably mattered, but even though it didn't, it was at yellow health. It did matter. Mind you, it did matter. Yes, so that flinch cost him the game. He sends out his Cacturne, and I hate this thing. I can't really do anything to it. I only attack moves being Earthquake and Waterfall, so I send out my Butterfree to take the Needle Arm. Quad resisted. Can I hear a quad? Anyway, I am going to put that thing to sleep, or so I thought, but he's just going to switch out into Armaldo, even though I should have put it to sleep. I actually used Bug Buzz, because it's a casual battle. What the hell do you want from me? So, that was probably an obvious play on my part. It does a decent chunk, because Armaldo doesn't have the best of Spec D. I go for the sleep powder here. Probably should have saved my sleep for Cacturne, because I hate that thing. It's a cactus, and my pet cacti die. All 6 of them, they die. They committed suicide. That means I am less nurturing than a desert. How sad is that? So, while that thing is asleep, I'm going to try to kill it off with some bug buzzes. It's like I'm a mosquito buzzing around its ear, and it can't help itself, but get damaged. It's trying to kill itself because the mosquitoes are so annoying. And that's why mosquitoes live in JD sucks. So, I'm sitting here thinking I could kill it off with another bug buzz. And can I get a drum roll? No, even though there's a drum set right next to me. Yes, it does kill. So, I don't know what the score is. It doesn't really matter. This is a casual battle. What do you want from me? What the hell? I've repeated that. I sound redundant. He's going to use a Shadow Ball from his Haunter and has blue hands instead of red ones because he's sad and not angry. That Shadow Ball gets a crit. It probably mattered. I don't really care because I got that crit waterfall, which really mattered. And because his Zaku, his Gundam, whatever you want to call it, hello, Murkrow, it's going to Thunder Wave you. It's going to have no more legs because I chopped its legs off with my Thunder Wave. It's not going to be able to move. It can't move. I get to Pararara Hacks, and I get to Parappa the Rappa switch into me, Magneton, predicting the Sludge Bomb. I'm like, what? You can't poison steel types, but even though in Skyrim you could put poisons on your sword, and it's like, what? Why'd you poison my sword? Now you're gonna hit someone and get the poison on them. I go for the volt switch out back, and it's like back to Zack. I can't do this. I am very indecisive. And back into me, Murkrow to take the Shadow Ball, because his attacking moves are Shadow Ball and that other one, Sludge Bomb. So he's not going to go for Sludge Bomb. I predict Shadow Ball, and I'm going to go into Murkrow to hopefully take that Shadow Ball fairly well. It does do a little more than I would hope. I was thinking at the time that Dark types are immune against them, but they're not. It takes about a third health. He goes out into his Samurott and his Samurott because it's all flippity flapjacks in Japanese. I get the pair hacks again, probably mattered because I get the crit here, but not really. Yes, I do get the crit. Yeah, good for you, Zach. You get 5 stars out of 7. I get a crit here, using Foul Play. He has no legs, because I used Thunder Wave and chopped him off. That is going to be it for, Thingamajig, Samurott, in Japanese, in whatever you want to call it, in Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Those are all different languages, except Japanese and Japanese, because I just changed the J to a Y like a Viking. Hooray for me. So I paralyzed that pincer. I just want my Murkrow to die so I could go into my Dunsparce because he is a boss. So I use Foul Play here instead of roosting up the damage away, seeing as the thing is scarfed. And I actually survived 1 Stone Edge. I wanted this to die, so I went for another Foul Play so my Murkrow could just go die in a hole and go back to the damned hellfire that it came from. So here is my MVP of the team. I get a headbutt, and I was like, yes, I get to flinch this thing to death. I'm like, God, mofo, dang, nammit, Daffy Duck. I get a crit, so I'm not going to be able to flinch that thing to death. So here, I go for a Thunder Wave, but I did not know that Cacturne was slower than a Dunsparce. But it's a Dunsparce. What do you want? It's the god of all Pokemon, and you may be thinking that's Arceus, but no, Arceus is Jesus, and Jesus is the son of Dunsparce. Or God. They're synonymous. It makes sense if you don't think about it. So he gets a free sub up, which is not good for me. I'm probably not going to be able to break that sub, and he gets a free sub and a free Swords Dance when I go for the Thunder Wave and the Switch. So he's looking pretty good for me, and I do believe that this is his last Pokemon. I just go to the Flash Cannon, and seeing as my only stab, it's Choice Scarfed. It doesn't make the damage more, but it's still cool because it's Choice Scarfed. It makes it faster. It's like Speedy Gonzalez, and he's like, Swords Dance. Yes, I am a very Mexican. That's why I have a hat. That's why I'm dancing. That's why I have +4 attack. Objection. You get leftovers restore back. So he goes for the Sucker Punch. I am not so sure it's going to kill me. Probably is, because it's +4, but it's a resistant hit, so I'm like, confliction. So I get a Flash Cannon on here. I'm like, yeah. Flash Cannon, Murica, red, whites, and blue. It's like, objection again! I don't agree with that damage, so I'm going to get leftovers and get another Sucker Punch off you. It's like, what? No, how could I die? I'm Choice Scarf. Choice Scarfers never die, even though unless they get damaged too much. In that case, they do die. Which is the only way to kill a Choice Scarfer, is if you take its HP away. So I go into my Gothitelle, knowing I'm faster than it, so before it could get up a sub, I get a Thunder Wave on it. I cut its legs off with my Thunder Wave. It's like, how the hell do you cut your legs off with sound? I mean, thunder is sound, and lightning should be the thing that's electricity, so it's Lightning Wave, it should be called. It gets off a thingamajig, a Needle Arm, and it's like, why, Cactus, are you doing this to me? I thought we were friends. I adopted you from IKEA. So before my Gothitelle goes down, it's like, oh, I got a cute little bow in my hair, even though that's like not really hair, it looks like a pump. I get to reflect up, so whatever may come in has a greater chance of survivability to survive a Needle Arm or a Sucker Punch or whatever that thing wants to throw at me. Get it? It's throwing punches, getting thrown punches at. So here I'm like, yes, if my Dunsparce survives, I can finally flinch something to death. How this team was designed to do, because everything has Thunder Wave, and it's excuse me, burp up some coffee. It's redonkulous. I'm like, yes, I got hacks and headbutts, and I'm not paying attention to this battle, so I don't know which one I got. I'm like, oh shit, no, none of that happened. He goes for another Sucker Punch. I'm like, no sir, no sir. So, right there, it was like sitting across the room from him. I'm like, how many Sucker Punches do you have left? And he's like, 1. And I'm like, oh, you used your 1 Sucker Punch right there. Haha, now you can't kill me, Dunsparce. So I just go for the Earthquake. I'm like, ooh-wah! Diakis, don't touch me mustache. And he goes for the Needle Arm because that Earthquake did not kill him. And it's like, no! My Quagsire can finally rest in peace inside the beach that it wanted to stay in instead of the ocean. So it just stood at the high tide mark, the borderline between the land and sea. So he gets a new arm off me. I'm like, what the hippity hap? Why did that not kill? It's ×4, it's +4. I'm like, is it +4? Did he use that? Anyway, that will be the game. Thank you, Jacob, and that was a nice hyper commentary from me. Thank you, and good night, and toodaloo.